rapping, talking about the hottest topics. Man, y'all make sure to stay tuned. I got you. Yo, what's good, YouTube? We back with another one, man. I wanted to touch on the topic today. A lot of y'all might not see the similarities in what I'm about to show you guys, but it's eerie how much similar Floyd Mayweather and Shakur Stevenson is. And I believe the drive that Floyd had in his professional boxing career came from the fact that he lost in the Olympics and was given a bronze medal, and it hurt him really, really bad. And it seems that Shakur Stevenson has the same type of drive, and he had one of the same things happen where he was robbed in the Olympics as well. So we're going to get into this. Check me out, man. Make sure y'all take the time, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Turn on all post notifications. Let's go. We're going to bring it in like this. Okay, we got Floyd Mayweather being interviewed after his fight in the Olympics. So let's see what he say. Let's go.
A tough decision from my vantage point. Let me get your comment on the scoring.
I feel I'm winning the fight.
Now, when you look at Todorov, a three-time world champion, do you feel like he got some consideration from the judging? I understand how emotional you are right now, Floyd, with your family.
You could see he was very distraught. You know, he was very distraught. He was very, very hurt. He couldn't even answer the question. You know, they do things different in the Olympics. You know, it's an Olympic-style scoring system. And if you saw it, you know he clearly won the fight, but he was robbed. So we're going to play it one more time so you guys get the gist of what he's saying.
This is the only time Floyd Mayweather got knocked.
A tough decision from my vantage point. Let me get your comment on the scoring.
I feel I'm winning the fight.
Now, when you look at Todorov, a three-time world champion, do you feel like he got some consideration from the judging? I understand how emotional you are right now, Floyd, with your family.
So, okay, I played that so I could play this. Now, I want you guys to check this out, which is the same. It's like history repeating itself. Check it out.
Shakur, I know you're emotional right now. What are you feeling?
I'm hurt. I felt like the Cuban one. Much respect to him. I just don't like to lose. So I'm hurt.
The first round didn't seem to go your way, but you really changed the momentum a little bit in that second round. That third was extremely close. Did you think you had done enough to win the fight?
Nah, I had to make it clear. I like all my fights to be clear victories. I felt he got his victory, and much respect to him.
You come in here, I know you wanted that gold medal. I know it's emotional, but you walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose. Second.
Silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
So you see right there, he's real distraught, and he's real hurt behind the loss. You know, I give him credit because he did say, you know, the Cuban won, you know, and he like his fights to be decisive. But if we go on to take a glance at their professional career. So I got this video queued up. Check it out.
Fly is second to none. And now would have to be desperate. 1-2 combination there by May in the third. There's a nice right hand. And there's a Floyd Mayweather in the blue snakeskin counter right. A lot more in against Guerrero. Used the lead.
Counterpunching, the sharp counterpunching can be an intimidator.
Double jab through the guard and that right hand, and what a body. Look at this display. Bouncing off his arms and shoulders, and Mayweather with the jab sticks the right hand in. Right hand by Canelo. 15 seconds left.
So you see, he beat Canelo real easy. You know, I know Bud just beat Canelo Alvarez, but when Floyd fought Canelo, he was making him look real amateurish, if that's a word. But they had about the same number of fights when they fought, and Floyd was older when he fought him. And I think, you know, Floyd and Bud both fought Canelo around the same age. So I'm gonna take a turn real quick, and let's look at Shakur, his professional career.
Good one, touch him up. To make sure that he doesn't get outside of himself and go back to his old.
Three-punch combination.
Get hit, but he cannot get discouraged. He has to keep.
Valdez has to come in behind something. He's not going to close the gap.
Big problems for Valdez because that's not the storyline coming into this fight. The storyline is Shakur outboxing and being slick and moving away. That's not the case right now. Position to let his shots go like you see right there, knowing that he's going to get hit.
On double right hands, lead right hands, jabs, and getting Shakur Stevenson back on his...
But then Valdez allows Shakur Stevenson to take away the play in moments like this. This is a big...
Well, I'm going to stop it right there. I don't want to go a whole highlight reel of them boxing, but the similarities is eerie. They always in a position, you know, to counterpunch. They very defensively sound, and their reflexes is like cats. You know, they're very cat-like reflexes. And if you notice, he's almost a left-handed Floyd Mayweather. He's same style, same posture, both real fast, but I think Floyd was a little bit, Floyd was a lot more aggressive at his age. You know, you got the Pretty Boy Floyd era, and then you got the Money Mayweather era. But I think in the Money Mayweather era, he displayed his defense. His defense was on full display. You know, his hands were hurt, so he fought a lot of times with brittle hands. So when you look at this and you look at Floyd Mayweather, it's very eerie, almost similar to the same, you know, very, very eerie. It's eerie. I mean, these guys is like, this is like one of my favorite fights when he fought Marquez. Look at his reflexes. And this was his first fight out of prison. Even though they said Floyd was too big for him, but he wasn't too big for Pacquiao when Marquez fought Pacquiao. But let's look.
Has to be able to get off more punches than that.
It shows Marquez clearly as his comeback opponent.
He is Floyd Money.
There's a knockdown on a left. Well, if anything, Marquez is not ceasing aggression. Has to be able to get off more punches than that.
Yeah, so it's they very similar. So for the people who didn't get to see a lot of Floyd early fights, you know, he was real offensive. He fought more offensively, more aggressive. You know, with Shakur, he's starting his career off real defensive. That's why people are saying he's boring, because it's like they seen this already before. A lot of people will compare him to Floyd just because of his style. But what I would like to say is, I'm saying all this to say is, the Olympic loss triggered something inside of them. So they both hate to lose. They both very, very competitive. And, you know, they both got like some meanness, toughness in them. And it's going to take the right fight to bring it out. Like with Floyd, he had a couple fights where you seen the grit. You know, the Cotto fight was a good example. Maidana fight was a good example. Who else brought it out of Floyd? Pacquiao, that was easy work. Canelo, easy work. Who else? I forgot. Castillo and Amanda. No, Augustus. Emmanuel Burton, Amanda Augustus. He went by both names, but yeah, those two guys. So if I was to fight or I was to be training a fighter, I would actually look, when I'm doing my research, I would look at Floyd fights if I'm going up against Shakur. And I say that to say what fighters really gave Floyd trouble. You know, even though he still won, what fighters gave him trouble? And it looks like Shakur has trouble because he doesn't slip. Tank had a point. He moves out the way. He got good footwork. He moves out the way. He moves back, left, right, but he doesn't really slip the punches like that. And I would like to see him work on that and add that to his defense. But yeah, if I was to train a fighter, I would go with what fighter gave Floyd trouble. And it would be a fighter that throws punches from weird angles, weird timing, a good jab. You got to make it around Shakur jab. He has a stiff jab. And you got to break that wall he has up. But if you look at it,
a punch lands and the ropes held him up.
He was off balance, coming forward. See his inertia brought him forward right there. The ropes.
He's always in position, like always in, never off balance the punch. But yeah, you know, I was just wanting to bring that to you guys' attention. And you know, the difference between the two is almost nothing. One light-skinned, one dark-skinned, one left-handed, one right-handed. But it's the same type of fighter. Floyd and Bud, that comparison could be different. You know, Bud made a statement where he said none of his fights was close, and I give him that. But what I will say is he's been knocked down, you know, during his run of undefeated. He was knocked down and he was touched up a little bit. With Floyd, he made it look easy. Like almost every fight, he made it look easy, even though it wasn't. You take a good fighter in there and he make him look average. And I think Shakur's going to do the same thing. But I wonder how many weight classes will he go up? Will he challenge himself to go up to 147? I don't see Devin Haney beating him, but I see Tank giving him a problem. Even though I think he might beat Tank, but I think Tank will give him a problem. But we will see. And then you got the up-and-coming fighters like Fred Schofield. You got Mason Abdullah. These are great fighters that's coming into the rankings, and they're very nice. And I think the one fighter that can give Shakur trouble, he's best friends with or buddy with, and that's Keyshawn Davis. I believe Keyshawn will give Shakur trouble, even though they sparred. I seen the sparring, but I think he'll give him trouble. But let's, continue on.
A guy in. Valdez.
Two-punch guy.
And they both, make sure to touch the body. They wear their fighters down. You don't never see them tired. That's another thing. Throughout Floyd's career, you never really seen him get tired in a fight. I think the most I've seen him tired is probably in the Cotto fight. But let's go.
Combination that finishes with the left to the body from Shakur. Then the left nice uppercut. He has been looking to time that a few times.
Right there again down to the body from Valdez. And something.
To the body, that right hand nearly straight low. Stevenson follows him straight back. 3 more punches. Then places that jab.
With Oscar right now as he continues to miss the right hand from the same range.
Man, nice stiff left hand to the body. But I would like to see Shakur, if I could add anything to his game, I would add the slipping, being able to slip punches. He's real good, you know what I mean? I like to see him slip punches and be a little bit offensive minded as far as, yeah, you want to win, but you want to look entertaining as well. That's where the big money at is selling the fact that this person possibly can beat him, but he's so sure that he's the number one fighter. people always gonna pick him as a favorite when he fight people, and that's not always necessarily good. You want it to be 60-40, you know, at least give somebody a chance where it looks, even though you know you will win, but that's what's gonna sell tickets, because people gonna want to pay to see him lose just because he's undefeated. But I think he's not as cocky as Floyd. You know, he's a humble kid, you know, great boxer. You know, I was just putting on a couple highlights, but I'm gonna take it out. But as y'all see the comparison, look at the face. Like they
a tough decision from my vantage point.
Hurt.
Let me get your comment on the scoring.
I feel I'm winning the fight.
Now, when you look at Todorov, a three-time world champion, do you feel like he got some consideration from the judging?
They both was hurt by that. You know, you on the world stage and you want to put on for your country, and to get robbed or to lose in that moment, you know, they never want to feel that again. And I think that's what drives them to be as great as they are. You know what I mean? And I got one more thing to say.
Protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck to both of you. Touch them up, God bless.
Yeah, that's my shit right there. Welcome to the podcast, man. Make sure you hit the like button, that subscribe button, you know, for more content. You know, I got a part 2 I want to do, but, you know, I got to see how this one go. You know what I mean?
You fight? You can fight. Oh, you motherfucker, you can't fight. Look at you. No, I want to know if the nigga, I don't want somebody gonna take my niece out. I want to know if the nigga can fight. Somebody might come say something.
You heard me, New York City. You don't want me to come down there. I ain't nice like boss.
Facts. And I'm out. 3 letters, 2 words. Be easy. I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. I might look down, but I know it ain't over. When you go through tough times, you only get stronger. Right now, I'm feeling like Hulk Hogan. Slogan, tough times don't last, tough people do. Brush myself off, see my way through. Wanna see me down and out, huh? Picture that. Anything I lost, I know how to get it back. Hustle hard, stay focused. Fuck what a hater say. This shit ain't for everybody. It's like Tanqueray. Make a way out of no way. Feeling all trapped like OJ. Never turn my back on my homie. Y'all can say what y'all want about me. I don't give a fuck what you niggas think about me. I'm just trying to be the best father that I could be. Y'all niggas don't see the shit that I could see. I'm a visionary. Apply pressure where it's necessary. When it's all said and done, your boy gon' be legendary. Y'all come up short like February, and my son come first no matter what like January.